Hello friends, welcome back to my double life. I am playing another horror game. And since I like to think of myself as, like a pretty princess, I'm going to be playing Slay the Princess. Not sure how I feel about that, but let's just jump right into it. So this is a horror game with a content warning, so we are definitely going to have a great time. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Hey, first time joining in, let's see. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Some people just want to watch the world burn.
I mean, maybe some people do.
Exactly.
Nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
I don't know, I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I'm just gonna silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I mean, is that my voice?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I don't want to do this right. Going in the basement. I'm gonna talk to this princess.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Yeah, another princess.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Hey, I think I'm here to slay you.
You must have the wrong address.
Wrong address.
Great job. You've given away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You
Hi,
walk
princess.
down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
You've asked the wrong person, I'll tell you that.
Hi. You were joking about coming to kill me, right? Do you think you could get me out of these chains?
Let me talk first.
Okay.
I wasn't kidding when I said I was here to kill you. You're apparently going to end the world.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
How long has she been locked away?
1,000 years?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
I was hoping you'd tell me.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
I've been very honest with you, princess, I'm just saying.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that, and I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has
Yep.
a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to?
Because you just want to watch the world burn.
We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here, and those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Okay, I'm just saying. I've met no other people in this. This is the only person I know in the entire world. So I feel like to me, she is my entire world. Okay, I won't kill you, but I can't just set you free. It's too risky. But then again, we can get to know each other while I decide to keep her locked away. Stockholm Syndrome!
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Well then, that's too bad. Sorry, honey.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
I like that
One way or
idea.
another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help.
Oh, okay, she's evil.
But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Oh, crap. They make me make a choice, but she's got evil face. Evil. I am going to lock her in the
I
basement.
know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here.
Yeah, it's too bad.
It's a
I
chance we'll
refuse.
have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me
Yes,
here.
I can. Yes, I can.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Way to be evil, princess.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here.
She did drop the mask. You make a good point, narrator.
It's never too late to do the right thing. Now hurry. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all. You slowly creep down the basement stairs.
She's gonna kill me.
It's quiet.
Too quiet.
Where the princess sat only a
Oh!
moment ago, there's only a severed arm. Its cooling flesh still chained to the wall, and she is nowhere to be seen.
Uh-oh.
Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
I mean, did it? Yeah, no, I'm locking her down here and
This is a
letting her bleed
dangerous
out.
play. Who's to say she'll actually succumb to her wounds? She doesn't have a weapon, and she's missing an arm. You can finish this right here, right now.
Yeah, Oh, I have to stay? Oh, dear. I'm just gonna lock her down here, it's fine.
You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift
anxious.
off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
I tried to be nice to you. I did.
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
Like the side with an arm.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it.
Well, then why would I let you out?
You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Okay. Threaten me all you want, princess. All it does is ease my guilty conscience.
These aren't threats. These are promises. Sooner or later, you're going to have to sleep. And I'll make sure you never see the light of day again.
I mean, that's fine.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops work. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
Yeah, I guess I did try to make her take my time. Or I tried to take my time with her, now she wants to take her time torturing me.
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you.
Oh.
You don't look well. A little green around the gills.
Yeah, this art style is so creepy.
What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
You know, I thought about it, and then you turned real evil on me.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay her.
Okay. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
Terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
No, it's not. It's not.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yeah, I can just do things differently.
What if he hears us?
Uh-oh, paranoid.
That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. Of a world to save, after all.
Sure, narrator.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Me? No, that wouldn't happen.
We couldn't trust either of you, and as far as I'm concerned, we still can't. All we did was lock her away. And how'd that work out for you? No comment. Well then, congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And your solution is to send us back in there. Do you want us to slay the princess, or do you want the princess to slay us? Obviously, I want you to slay her. One of you poses a threat to the world, and the other doesn't.
I'm the threat to the world. I am the threat.
Anyways, I believe your other question was something along the lines of, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Speak for yourself. From my perspective, there were plenty of consequences. I'm never going to forget the way she just made us stop working. And that's only scratching the surface. If what you said is true, it begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or have you found yourself in another world altogether? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
That's a good point.
If she brought an end to everything and everyone, how are we supposed to stop her? What do you want from us? I want you to succeed. You'll find a way. You're the only one who can.
Me? Yeah, that's not helpful. Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
So what am I supposed to do about her shutting down all my organs?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
Okay, so to quote you from last time, she's just a princess. How can you possibly justify saying that? She's clearly something far, far worse.
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin and you'll be fine.
Liar.
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. If you want us to stand a chance against her, we need to be armed with information. What is she really capable of? How are we supposed to stop her? Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
No.
He isn't telling us everything he knows because he doesn't trust us, which means that we can't trust him.
I like you, paranoid. You speak my language.
Stop talking yourself in neurotic circles and just get to the cabin already.
No, thank you.
No, you should do anything but that. We know what's waiting for us in that basement.
That's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
I'm gonna
This
leave.
is good. I was worried you might fall for his shit again, but this is good. Whatever answers there are to be found, they aren't here, and they definitely aren't there. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Nope, don't care. I don't even need to read anything else. Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Yup.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Turn around and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
Yeah, I
It's
am.
remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. Everything is getting fuzzy.
Oh, I'm escaping. Maybe. I can't get my hopes up.
What's going on? Where are we?
Where are we?
It's finally happened, hasn't it? We finally cracked.
Of course we've cracked. And the world is gone. Oh. The world around you is unwound. Its physical matter replaced by a textured nothingness. It is quiet. There's a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. Oh. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. I need something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. I'm pretty horrified. Embrace the thoughts constricting me or wake up from this nightmare. Wake up. It's not. Oh. Okay, I got an achievement.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
And skip previously seen dialogue. Great. I'm just gonna go to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go. She will lie.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
Ignore him. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you...
I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Alright, princess.
The door to the basement creaks open, reveal her voice.
Who's there?
Oh, who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
She definitely is.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Continue down
Good.
the stairs.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yeah, I'll
You
just
step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I mean, I don't have any cool options, so I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna
You
slay
lunge
her.
forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, my little
Oh.
thingy has red.
This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
I mean, can she not die?
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face.
Nah, she's gonna kill me now.
But is it over? Really over?
Of course not. That was too
It's
easy.
over. Don't get all worked up.
No, I'm totally
We
worked
should
up.
make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
There is something he's not telling us.
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
I mean, there is, because we keep getting resurrected.
You lean down and wrap your hand around the blade's hilt. But as you begin to slide it out of its resting place, you feel a sharp and sudden jab in your side. What was that?
She stabbed me.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Yep.
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs.
Yep.
As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
Thanks for that. We can die together.
An eye for an eye, a life for a life. I guess we're even now.
Fine with this ending.
See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you, for whatever that's worth.
If I did.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Of course I die.
You're on a path. You're here to...
Okay, so I slayed her. I also didn't slay her.
I can assure you that you didn't slay her, and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Oh, voice of the cheated. It's no longer the paranoid.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons. So there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job.
I was
You'll do
made
just fine.
for this job.
Those are two very different questions, but fine. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second you died. We mostly listened to you. How are we supposed to know she'd spring back to... If she sprung back to life in this hypothetical scenario, then clearly you didn't slay her. Congratulations, you've been given a chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question... What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We stabbed the princess stabbed us, and now everyone's right back to where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question, had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened?
Screw this. Who cares what happened to everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can to save ourselves and just get out of here.
Yeah, so the voice of the cheated and the voice of paranoid both want me to get out of here. So it's like the game's encouraging me to leave.
At least you know not to trust her, but you do realize that everything and everyone includes you, right? If you turn around and leave, you're dooming yourself as well as everyone else.
I understand.
We were so close to finishing the job last time. She can't get the jump on us twice. If we're careful, we should be fine. That's the spirit. Just keep that stiff upper lip, and you'll save the world in no time at all.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
And away we go.
Away
Cool.
we go.
Seriously? You're just going to...
Don't know where I'm going. Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path. That's strange. You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? But fine, turn around.
Wait, something isn't... What's going... That son
Okay,
of a
it's all
bitch
getting
flipped
fuzzy
over
again.
the table.
Oh, betrayal. This is new. I don't think this was here last time. Every door you close on me is a door you close on yourself. Do you want to linger here, entwined with a creature you taught to hate you forever? Eternity never ends. Cold spite. Our infinities shrink into something less. I hate you, 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 I hate you. Oh, I didn't even see the end. Why have you come back?
You're on a path. You're here. Seriously?
Okay, I'm gonna leave again
Good.
before I do
What
anything
we're
else.
being asked to do here is wrong. Better ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. You're really keen on wasting everyone's... Your silence is deafening.
Sorry.
But fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Okay, I'm just gonna go in a different direction. In fact, I'm just gonna keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Sorry.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Oh, there's the cabin. Oh.
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
They aren't.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Yep.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness, but it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Yep. Ooh, the stranger.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Looks different.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Those walls weren't here
What are
last
you
time.
talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
No, those were not there before.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
Contrarian. I love that.
He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day.
Yep.
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet. And you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
So bossy. Yep. Gonna
You know
go.
I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
Don't care.
A warning.
Look at the
Before you
walls.
go any further. She will... If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Oh, good point, contrarian.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
I think I am too.
Let's keep an open mind. The cabin interior is wrong.
it
A
is so
confusing
wrong.
patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space, but it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there,
Very
such
odd.
that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its
Here.
legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I don't want to do this right.
If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with.
Can I really throw it out the window?
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that. But when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world.
Yeah, sure.
And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her.
I think that's already happened, man.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
So I should lose myself to the entity of the hands, the creepy hands.
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind.
Quickly better at escaping.
Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Not gonna. Can I... You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
We should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun? You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Liar.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
Why would you lie about that? What's the point? I'm just gonna approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
He doesn't know it's here.
This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
I do look
It
ridiculous.
was there a second ago, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Dang it. I want to throw it out the window.
The door to the basement
Oh.
creaks open,
Oh, dear.
revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
Yeah.
The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. I'm here. Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
I mean, yeah.
We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Like finding that mirror. I'll take the harsh stairs to the left.
You step to the left. The path is cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your legs until there's nothing left in them to feel. The air around you grows cold the further you progress. At first a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold. Your toes feel like blocks of ice, your breaths puff out in clouds of condensed vapor. You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway, losing yourself in the bone-deep chill. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
Uh-oh.
Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you just going to stand there?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
Her outfit is also different.
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Okay. I'm gonna just be honest with her like I was last time.
And do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of monster?
Oh god.
Everything you've heard about me is true, and I'm going to lay waste to everything, starting with you.
Oh, I jumped so bad.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures, and where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
I like the contrarian so much. Oh, so I can pick a triple option. So I'm getting you out of here. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you, and retrieve the blade.
Wait, that's not right.
3 options. 3 options.
Go on. Take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
Yep.
You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to perish.
You strike her. I never freed her, I'm just saying.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't...
Oh dear.
Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
Yeah, I could.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all
Goes dark.
falls apart. I think he's gone.
The narrator.
We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit.
Don't fit.
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
Ugh.
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. Oh no. But you don't know if she had the chance to hear your reply. It's gone, replaced by something else. The mirror.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. No. Don't do that.
So they both don't think I should look at the mirror.
I'm
Do it.
begging you, don't do this.
Doing it anyway. The mirror never
It's
scared you
different
before.
now. It feels, I don't know, final.
Final. I approach the mirror. Gaze into my reflection. The silence as you reach forward. They're gone. The mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. The body. It's you. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her. You recognize the presence inhibiting the shell is the entity that dwells in the spaces between.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
You're that thing I met in the space outside of the woods, aren't you? I thought it was a dream. No, I didn't, but still.
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
I mean, they said it's a love story, right?
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
So I need to go through more endings. How many more pieces do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
And what if I don't let you make me forget?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I'm not going back. I'm good.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
I'm gonna wait forever.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone.
It's like my initial decision. I choose inaction.
I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Oh crap. It shut me out of my game.